We spent over 15 years in school, but not even for once we were told about money and how money actually works. We were told about algebra, we were told about sin theta, cos theta, about Shakespeare, we were told about history. But honestly, how many of you have implemented into your real life? Today I'm going to share the harsh reality about money that I wish I knew earlier in life, because this would have saved me so much years of stress and missed opportunities. But I'm gonna share with you because I don't want you guys to learn it in the hard way. I wish somebody had told me that saving money alone will not make you rich. You see, at a very young age, we were being told to save money. We were given those small charity box to save our money, to keep our money. But nobody ever told us how to invest that money, how to manage our money. See, at a very young age, I was really good at saving money. So much that people even started saying that I'm leaving my name. My name Chono, which means in my dialect, it means to take care. So people say that, oh, kung napin na nam di siya, tik pa babi na di siya. Because I was really good at saving money that time. But despite all that saving money, I never learned to manage it. I never learned to invest my money. Save kurase kurase. I did not learn how to use that money properly. Kini save bishi save kurushe, but I don't even know kini ka use kurishe na jine. Mita mita chips kan kini na khai dishe. There was no use of saving my money. During that time, back in the days, in 2013-14, even that 1,000 rupees, 1,500 rupees, it was a huge amount. If you compare it into this currency, into this time, it will come around 3k, 2.5 to 3k into this time. But very sadly, I never learned how to manage my money, how to invest my money properly. Bear in mind, saving might keep your money safe for some time, but it will not help your money to grow. Instead, it will depreciate in value. Let's take India for example. The inflation rate in India on an average is 5 to 6%. Most banks will offer you around 2.5 to 4% of interest rate per annum on a saving account and 6 to 7% on a fixed deposit. Let's say the inflation rate is 6% and your bank is offering about around 4% of interest rate per annum. You are still losing 2% of your purchasing power every single year. So here's exactly what I want you to do. I want you to start investing your money into mutual funds and index funds, which offers generally around 12 to 13% of interest rate in a year. Or if you have a lot of money, you can invest that into real estate or building a business, starting a business. But remember, there are a lot of platforms which can offer you a huge returns. Just because I told you to invest in mutual funds or index funds or real estate doesn't mean you should do it. You do your research properly. Iklala research krubi and find out which platforms, which investment will give you the maximum return, will give you the most return in a year. So do your research properly. Just because I said that or just because anybody said that doesn't mean you should do it. Do your research properly by yourself and just invest your money there. Most of the time, we tend to look at money like a goal. We tend to see it like something which is needed to be achieved. But it should not be like that, because when you look at money as a goal, you will end up wanting more and more. I just need one leg. I just need two legs. And then 10 legs, 50 legs, 1 crore. There is no end. You'll just keep on wanting more and more. But when you set your goal on freedom or something like that, money should just be a tool to help you reach that goal. Money is like a hammer and a saw. You use it to build the things that you need, like a house and so on. So money is meant to help you build the life that you want and not be the reason for you to live. There is a beautiful quote by Ayn Rand where he says, money will take you wherever you wish, but it will not replace you as a driver. Now what does it mean? It means that money will open doors, money will create opportunities for you, but it cannot make decisions for you. It can only be a tool to help you achieve your goal. It cannot give you purpose. That is why when you set money as your goal, you lose your purpose in life. Especially if you're an entrepreneur, money should not be your goal. Of course, money should be a priority. You need to make money in order to run your business, but it should not be your goal. Your goal should be focusing on providing value, focusing on providing the services. And when you provide value, when you provide enough sufficient value, then money will start coming on its own. Your thoughts, your beliefs, and your attitude towards money will shape your financial reality. Of course, it does not deny real world problems like poverty and bad luck, but your mindset plays a big role. See, at a very young age, we are being told, our mind has been conditioned that money is the root cause of all evil. But once you grow old, you begin to realize that that is not entirely true, because money is neutral and it just amplifies the type of a person you are. I'll give you an example. If you are a person that is greedy and that does not like to share, then when you get money, it will amplify the type of a person you are. It will project the type of a person you are. But if you are a person with a fruitful mindset, with a broad mindset, then it will project the type of person you are. If you are a person with a scarcity mindset and you think that you believe that there's never enough, then you will end up in that scarcity, you will end up in that financial scarcity. But if your mindset is broad and if you think that there is enough to go around, then you will find a way to make money. You will find a way to increase your ability to earn. I believe that everything starts from the mind. If you think that you cannot make money, then you cannot make it. But if you think that you can do it, you can make money, then you will find a way and do it. Pretty much everybody says, I want a lot of money. But when you give them, they want even more. You need to be very specific with the amount that you need and why you want it. Ask yourself, why do you want that money and what are you going to do with that money? This why is very important, because when you know exactly what you're going to do with it and how you're going to spend it, then you develop a very clear vision. And remember, money flows towards people who have a clear vision. So what you need to do is, instead of chasing money, instead of running after money directly, create something meaningful. And when you start bringing that idea, when you start bringing that vision into life, then money will start coming on its own. I will give you an example of Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple. He did not start his company with the intention to make money, but he started with a vision. And that vision is to keep put a computer in every household. And later down the line, that vision leads to the creation of a multi-billion-dollar company. Ladies and gentlemen, what comes to your mind when I say protect your money at all costs? The most important money lessons that you need to learn is to protect your money at all costs. Earning money and investing it to grow is the most essential steps to acquiring and building wealth. But it does not really matter if your money is not safe. What is the use of making so much money if it is not safe? You can invest your money to make more money, but always remember to know where you are investing. Always put your money in those baskets where you know, even if you lose everything, even if everything goes wrong, you know your capital is safe. There is a book, The Richest Man in Babylon. In this book, the author emphasizes on the thought about protecting your treasure. So, there is a rich person. He gave all his life saving to a brick maker and entrust him to invest it into some jewelries in order to make profit. But the brick maker, he did not have any knowledge about any jewelries, so he just randomly invested that money into some random jewelries. And later down the line, that investment turned out to be a loss. So the key lesson that we can learn from this story is to never invest your money into things that you don't have the knowledge about, that you don't know properly. Protect your money at all costs means asking question like, what can I get from this? What can I get from this investment? Or what are the odds that I can lose my money? Ask question, and most importantly, avoid greediness and easy money. When we were all young, we all thought that money is the most valuable resources, right? But once we grow old, we begin to realize that time is more valuable than money. Because you can always make more money, but you can never get back the time which have been wasted. Once it is gone forever. It is never coming back. You can lose all your money today and you can still make it back tomorrow. But you can never get back the days which you have been wasted, the years which have been wasted. We only have 24 hours in a day. Whether you are poor or you are rich, or you are tall or you are short, we all have the same 1440 minutes in a day. But the difference between the rich people and the poor people is that the rich people, they know how to leverage their time. They know how to utilize their time. That is what separates them from an average person and a rich person. So listen carefully and let this sink into your mind. There are people who are millionaires in their 70s and 80s who are willing to pay you hundreds and millions of dollars to trade places with you, to be 20 years old again, to have the same time, to have the same energy and the potential that you are having right now. So my friend, realize that time is more valuable than money. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the 6 money lessons that I wish I knew earlier in life. You see, sometimes I even question myself about why am I even sharing this to you guys. But then I ask myself again, I tell myself again that whatever I'm doing, if it is even able to help a single subscriber, a single person, then it is worth sharing. So comment down below, ladies and gentlemen, about your thoughts and what you have learned from this video. And as always, I will see you guys next time.